Okay, on page 2, probably our hardest problem, and it's going to cause me to change some of the things I do. I'm going to go on a whole stretch of these kind of problems for a while and start going throughout all of our AccuPlacer preparation work. Here, this is adding or combining two fractions. These are algebraic fractions. Can you tell? They look intimidating, but they're not. The simple principle is the same thing as if we were adding two fractions like 1/3 and 1/4. To add a fraction, this is not where we have an equal sign in between. These are just two pieces being combined. There are some easy ones like this. There are some hard ones like this. This is probably the hardest one that representative that we have seen of this kind, and that's why we're giving you a problem like this. So you'd be prepared for something like this if you were to see it on the AccuPlacer. The way to do it is to get a common denominator. In this case, to add a 1/3 and a 1/4, you'd have to get the common denominator of multiplying this times this. We're going to multiply this term times this term times this term. 3 times 4 is 12. Now, to turn that 3 into a 12, from there, I have to put a 4 down here. But to put a 4 on the bottom, I've got to put a 4 on top. 4 over 4 is 1. I haven't changed the fraction. Now I'm going to add to it 1/4. But I'm going to turn that into 12. To turn a 4 into 12, I need a 3. So that 3 needs to multiply there as well. So I've got a 3 over 3. It's still the same fraction. Now, that's a 12 there. That's a 12 there. 4 times 1 on top is 4. My sign is a plus. And 3 times 1, of course, is 3. And that equals, of course, 7 over 12. Now that is the simple process you do when you're combining fractions and getting a common denominator. I know you remember this, but that is there to refresh your memory, or you can tutor somebody else someday when you need to do that. This is going to be our 3, and this is going to be our 4. Our common denominator over here is going to be what? Exactly. X plus 4 times x plus 1. Those two terms multiplied together are our common denominator, just like 3 times 4. Now, since I got the x plus 4, I lack the x plus 1. Let's do the x plus 1 over x plus 1. Look at that. I've got the same denominator. I just converted this fraction. I've got the x plus 1. I need the x plus 4. So let's take him and put him over here. X plus 4 over x plus 4. Yes, that is messy. Do you understand and see it? I've just taken the piece we didn't have and I've included it and multiplied it right here. Now, since I've got the correct denominator, correct denominator, correct denominator, I need to fix up here. I've got to do this. I've got to do the 4 times that and the 4 times that. Well, that is 4x plus 4. 4x. 4 times x plus 4 times 1, which is 4. Now, here is where they will throw you on a problem just like this. See that negative 2? You've got to do the negative 2 times both of those. A negative 2 times x, you've got negative 2x. Very good. I'm glad you got that right. Now, the negative 2 times a plus 4. Negative 8. Now, on the test, they'll try to catch you and have that wrong negative sign there, making it a positive, forgetting that sign, and just multiplying the 2 times the 4. Now, let's combine this over here. You've got 4x and a negative 2x. 4x take away 2x. You know that. That's a plus 2x. You know the bottom is going to be x plus 4 and x plus 1. Now That'll be your denominator. You got your 2x. Now you have a plus 4 and a negative 8. Now, you got two different signs. So, what that means is, you take the sign of the larger number, which is negative, and you subtract the smaller number. 4 taken from 8 is 4. You can also think if you go up 4 floors on an elevator, and then you ride down 8 floors on your elevator, you're at a negative 4 from where you started. You can climb up 4 steps and down 8 steps, you're at a negative 4. Or you can take the 8 minus the 4, keep the sign of the larger, and say it's a negative 4. Those are some ways to think about it. You fix your own. This is your basic answer. Sometimes on a problem like this, they will actually reduce the pieces. Here's a 2 that you can factor out of the top. A 2 in front, take a 2 out of the 2x, you just got the x that's left. Divide a 2 out of that negative 4, you get a negative 2. All over this little beautiful common denominator. X plus 4 times x plus 1. That's how you work that problem. Either that answer or that answer.